Hello guys, I'm Shubham Bhatt and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you an amazing and sneaky chess trick known as the poison pawn trap. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of my upcoming chess traps and strategies. Alright, let's jump straight into the game and see how this deadly poison pawn trap works. Alright, let's dive straight into the game. You're playing as white, and the opening begins with pawn to e4, the classic king's pawn opening. Your opponent replies with pawn to c5, entering the Sicilian defense. Then comes pawn d4, pawn d6, and finally you push pawn to d5. These are some very common moves that you'll often see in your chess games. Now, if you look carefully, these open diagonals suggest one clear plan for black, an attack on the queen's side. Black brings out the queen early and gives a check. You calmly block it with your bishop, forcing the queen to retreat. The next move you'll see most often is queen to b6, attacking your b2 pawn. But here you are not going to save it. You will sacrifice it. You will play knight to c3, inviting your opponent to take the bait. And this, right here, is where the poison pawn trap begins. If black takes the pawn on b2, it's game over. From this point on, every move is forced and your opponent can't escape. You respond with rook to b1, forcing the queen to slide over to a3. The only safe square left. Then comes the killer move, knight to b5. You're not only attacking the queen, but also threatening a deadly fork on the king and rook. Now, black has only two options, either capture the pawn on a2 or move the queen to a4. If he takes the pawn, that's a disaster. After rook to a1, the queen is forced to move to b2. And then comes bishop to c3. Boom! The queen is completely trapped. Black is forced to take your rook. You recapture with your bishop, and just like that, you've won the queen, and the game is yours. So going back, taking the a2 pawn is a bad idea. The other option in this position for black is to play queen a4. But if he plays this, you can play this killer move knight d6 checked. Black is in a problem. If he captures with the pawn, then you can easily force the king and queen by playing bishop b5 check, and the queen is gone. The king can't go to d7 again because of the fork by the bishop. So he has only one move, that is king to d8. But then again, you have this stunning move, knight to f7, forking the king and other rook this time. The black king has three options, but as I told you earlier, he can't go to any of these white squares because of this check from the bishop. So basically, he has only one option, that is king to c7. After this, you can play bishop to f4 check. Now, the king can't go to b6 because of the rook. He can't go to c6 because of this pawn. He can't block with the bishop because it will be easily captured. So the only logical option left for black is to block the check with his pawn. But this is even worse because this pawn can be captured en passant and it's again check to black. Now black is left with no option. If he blocks with the bishop, then queen d6 is checkmate. If he goes to c6, then knight d8 is checkmate. So that's how this trick works. That's the poison pawn trap. If you liked it, smash that like button, share it with your chess friends, and subscribe for more amazing traps and strategies. See you in the next one.